Hello, welcome to the Screen Age oh, holy hell, what episode is this? 53.
53.
Episode 53 of the Screen Age podcast, where I'm your forgetful host, Connor.
And I'm Rodrigo. 53, damn. One after the year.
Are we going to count up now?
Yeah, wow. 2 after the year. 3 after.
Yeah, okay.
Until we get to the halfway point and then we count down. That's how it works.
I mean, I'm all for it. Who cares? It's stupid.
We'll forget. And then we won't bother do the maths, so.
See.
Okay. Right, straight into it?
Straight into it. Let's get into video games because we have a lot to talk about, movies and TV.
Yeah. So video game. I want to talk about one game that I only heard about yesterday, and it only was announced 5 days ago. But it looks really awesome, and I it's not a game that you would think about and go like, damn, yeah, that would be awesome. But like, it's got me really excited. It's called Lies of P. Okay, it's a Dark Souls type Pinocchio.
Interesting.
Game.
Oh, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah, it's a Dark Souls type Pinocchio game. I know it sounds really weird, but it looks
How do you spell it?
Lies of P.
L-I-E? Oh, I see it now.
It looks awesome.
What
It looks super dark. And the whole game is based around like you can make lies that will affect the ending of the game, and like because he's a puppet you could customize yourself and all this. It looks super dark but super fucking cool.
I mean, the best way to make a Souls game is, oh my god, this looks like Bloodborne.
Yeah, it looks super dark, but it just, for some reason when I saw it I was like, I really want to get this. This looks fucking awesome.
God.
Doesn't it look so awesome?
Rod, this may be the first Souls-like game that you play, not me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll record you playing it if whenever it comes out.
Yeah. So like it was only like announced a couple of days ago, so we only got a trailer and kind of like a bit of gameplay. So we're still out. It's gonna be late 2022, early 2023, which is fine. But it just looks so cool. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks awesome.
Damn, 'cause it's really capturing that Souls-like vibe. Like,
Yeah.
so many other games try to do it. Mortal Shell is one you play on the Let's Play channel that kind of felt it as well. It definitely had like a similar control scheme, but its like overall art style was really unique. But this, oh god, no.
it looks pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. When I saw it, I was just really like just blown away. First of all, because I was like, a Pinocchio game, like that's so weird. But then I just kept watching like the trailer and stuff, and it just was awesome. And like a bit of the gameplay was really cool. And like obviously like Pinocchio is all about lying and stuff. So like you could lie your way. You can choose your lies throughout the game that will affect the ending and everything. So it's so cool, and you can customize pretty much every aspect of the character because he's a puppet. Like
That it is mad. It just looks lovely and gritty, like what a good Souls-like game should be like, really. But like,
yeah,
it looks like it's. I'm not listening to this with audio because if there's good music, I want that to be experienced firsthand. Oh, your character is cool.
yeah. And I think what also makes this game just kind of stand out above anything else is the fact that it's like you'd never think of a Pinocchio game being a dark gritty game. You always like, oh, happy, blah blah blah, but like it's just so weird.
Oh, we'll get on to Pinocchio at some point later on as well. But like, okay, it's cool that your character's name is Pinocchio, and it's cool that it's a familiar story to it. But like at the same time, this looks completely unique. This looks completely just like. I know I said, oh, okay, no, I'm looking through the screenshots. It looks almost more Bioshock-y mixed with. It looks like what happens if you were to make a Bioshock Dark Souls game, which looks awesome.
Yeah. Doesn't it look just really cool? Like when I said it, you looked at me with a face of like, what is this fella on? And when you see it, you're just like, this could work.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, seriously, if you heard the phrase a Dark Souls Pinocchio game and instantly like me said, what the fuck are you on about? No, look at, oh, it is very intensive.
Yes, yes. So like I don't like those type of games. Like I've never been interested in like Dark Souls or anything like that, or Bloodborne or any one of those. But this one, I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, it's coming out for Series X, that's all, because
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to run my PS.
Yeah, it's
On my PC, I
coming out. It's coming out on everything.
Yeah.
Maybe not on. A sec.
It's on Switch.
On the old gens.
No, it's just
Yeah,
PlayStation
just-
5, Series X, or Series, and Microsoft Windows.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just looks so awesome.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, it's RPG game that about Pinocchio.
That's mental. Action
Yeah.
RPG on that shit.
Yeah, I just want to bring that up because it really blew me away. So I want to bring it up before I forgot.
Which is good, because another thing I do want to mention is that like there was like closed network tests for Elden Ring, so we got a load of gameplay, and I've watched like 2 or 3 streamers that I know love Dark Souls talk about it. The overwhelming response of "this is awesome" is blowing me away.
Yeah, like I've never seen, like when the images and the trailer came out last week, I was just like, this is beautiful, because it wasn't just a cinematic trailer, it was a like gameplay trailer as well, so it just looked amazing. And now that people have tried it out and stuff, and it's still amazing, just gives it so much hope that when it comes out eventually, which should be next year, is it?
Yeah, February
Some stage.
25th, 2020.
Yeah, so they still have about 2 to 3 months to like just tweak it all, just that bit more to just make it beautiful.
Yeah, and like that's the main thing that we're seeing with games nowadays, is if they don't take their time, they're absolutely going to tank it. And Halo is a good example of that, because like seeing more and more gameplay of Halo come out, even after all the time it's been delayed, it's like a real inspiring look at things. Which I know is the annoying thing also, because one of the main things we'll talk about in games is there's a lot of Bethesda talk around at the moment, because the anniversary of Skyrim came out, and I haven't gotten it because I've already perfected Skyrim about a month ago at this point, so I'm not really whole gung-ho for going straight back into it. But with Elder Scrolls 6 being delayed for so long, there is a period where you have to go, okay, is it going to be as good as it should be if it's been delayed that long? But since it seems to be like it's this big underdog story lately of games looking really shit, going, hang on, we'll pull back for a little bit, and then it really coming out, which is why I'm looking forward to Battlefield 2042, because like the beta was a while back now at this point. So
yeah, and it was broken.
it was well, it was still playable, but
Yeah.
you'd rather a bit more refined than that.
Yeah,
So,
and the early release of that came out on Friday, for anyone that pre-ordered the gold edition, and I've seen a lot of gameplay from it, and it doesn't look anything like the beta, and it looks leaps and bounds ahead of the beta, and I've only heard good things about it.
yeah, I haven't heard anything bad. Like, you'd easily hear bad more than good if there was something bad about it, but I haven't actually seen anything. Like, I haven't seen people, holy shit, that comes out in 5 days. Raw, that comes out in 5 days.
Yeah, it comes out Friday.
Friday, you say? My exams are finished. Well, no, my in-class tests are done that day.
Time to sit back and grind.
Perfect fucking timing.
But yeah, these days that comes out.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. And then we get Halo in a few weeks as well.
But that one's free at least. Game Pass.
Yeah, it's free, so yeah. Can't wait. Because like the beta was so much fun, so I can only imagine what the real thing's gonna be like.
Oh yeah. Like if a broken game that bad was still that much fun, was still that much just that much fun. When it actually works and you don't get motion sickness every now and again when your screen flashes in front of you and all that type of shit, then absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go back to Bethesda. There's so much shit about it where it comes to like Elder Scrolls 6 and Skyrim coming out. Actually, it was funny that we talked about modders last week or week before.
It might have been 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, recently we were talking about modders and how much they do for the community of gaming and stuff like that. It also turns out that a modder prevented a mod apocalypse because he got early access to the anniversary edition of Skyrim. What does mod apocalypse really is a bit confusing.
Yeah, because was it not like they were releasing it with like 500 mods or 700 mods or something like that? So
yeah, it was part
how
of
worse can it get?
Was behind some of those important Skyrim mods warned players that Skyrim's changes to the code were set to break the there was changes to the code that which mods were made using, so like mods were made for Skyrim with the thought that it's using this one set of code. So the anniversary edition changed that code, which means the mods that were made for the old code wouldn't work.
Okay.
So this guy was given this game, and it's like an hour up to before it got released. He like fixed it. It was like an hour before. He was like, "No, we can fix this, and all the mods will still work." And I was like, "Yep, cool." So modders do so much with this game community that it's funny again that we were 2-3 weeks ago that we were talking about how they just need to hire people. This fucker got given a game and literally to the deadline fixed it.
Yeah. And if this was any other person, the game would be broken beyond repair at this stage.
If this was given to a member of their genuine staff, of their paid staff, it wouldn't have been done.
But I've also seen that this Skyrim game is crashing everything. It's making every PC, even consoles, crash not because it's broken, but because it's running so efficiently.
Yes, it runs so fast.
It runs too good for certain things to like. Certain PCs that are even like really really good, are even struggling to keep up with it, which is just insane. Like,
yeah, because the whole thing with that is the loading times on current gens and newer Xbox or newer PCs stuff like that will load it so fast, and because that they've refined it down a bit better and whatever changes they've made, because the game loads so fast, it can't load important mods in time. So if anything, I think a lower quality rig that you'd have would actually suit this game a bit better.
Probably
because that would take more time to load, and it would go, oh, these mods actually exist. So when you load in, they are still there and won't crash the game. So it's not like a game, like it's a broken game per se. It's a too efficiently run game on newer consoles. So it's really funny. We're also just getting we're getting more hints. It's not even things. I know it's a bit of a shoehorned in exchange, but we're getting more hints on
Starfield, yeah.
Starfield, and just saying that gameplay debut is likely coming in summer 2022,
Okay,
and
so still a bit away.
still a bit away, but I'm more looking forward to the fact that we're going to get some gameplay that soon, because it wasn't released too long ago in comparison to other games that we've been um, exposed to and has been revealed to us. Like we're still waiting on a bunch of games. We're like, yeah, let's get all this shit out there eventually.
Yeah.
Even like Beyond Good and Evil, just to say a few. But this game was not released that long ago, and all of a sudden we're like getting teasing about gameplay footage. We're getting mod support confirmations and all this type of stuff. So I can't wait for that. I like. There's many. Okay, I can actually wait for Elder Scrolls 6 because Skyrim is one of my favorite games ever. I will replay that before this year is out, I feel. And
Yeah.
it's November. Um, but like I recently re-downloaded the Outer Worlds because I want to play a sci-fi kind of like RPG. So if this game can really live up to it, live up to what the hell they're
Yeah.
talking about, being a sci-fi Indiana Jones or Han Solo simulator, which are the same people, just different spaces, that is bigger than Skyrim on every single planet you go to.
Yeah.
Like, I will have an issue of trying to find a game that I can fathom a better like um prospect of. I can't think of a game that sounds better than that.
Yeah, that game, we literally got like a 10-second clip from it and a
Mm-hmm.
synopsis of what the game was going to be, and that alone was enough to like get everyone so excited for it. So like that's obviously great and all, but there's obviously now a lot of pressure on
So
it
much.
to perform and to live up to the hype that has been created around it. But if
Mm.
they are able to, like you said, live up to those promises that they're saying, and to like have multiple, like they said something like 20 plus map, like different worlds you can travel to, all being equal or bigger size of maps like Skyrim, which is
Mm.
absolutely massive, and they're able to like live up to that and be actually like run properly and not just be like a broken game.
Mm.
It could well be one of the greatest games of all time if it could do that, but it just has a lot of pressure. But there's still a long way to go for this one. Is it
Mm.
next year or the year after release?
What do you mean?
Like, is it 2022 release date?
There is no release date. It's the
There's no release date. Okay.
gameplay teasing for summer 2022. So we're going to
Okay,
get
so-
gameplay of it then.
So the game, yeah. So I say we will be waiting at least another year for this. Then,
Mm. Oh,
so
easily.
we'll get the gameplay, and then probably a year after the gameplay, we'll get the game, which is plenty of time for them to like, bang it out properly, because they don't tease it like when they start working on it. They tease it when they've been working on it for years already. So hopefully they can really bang this out, because even that's a game that I would kind of play, and I'm not even big into that, but like yeah, it's just awesome. Like,
Let's think about something like that. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. But do you
No,
have anything
yeah.
else?
I have just two
One more
things.
thing.
One thing is like a realization. Do you know that the next gen consoles came out a year ago?
I did see that. I did, and it's fucking mad.
It feels like it came out like summer this year.
Yeah, yeah. A year ago they came out. I just remember like, yeah, but it also feels like a lifetime ago, because like, do you remember like the struggle I had to go through to even get one? Like the whole long waiting and eventually like a drop appeared out of nowhere and we got one. Like that feels not that long ago, but also a very, very long time ago.
Yeah, I guess since I also got mine so quickly, I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
got it straight away, so
mm,
yeah, so yeah, that's mad. And but the fact that like people still don't have it is
mm,
even crazier because obviously there's a worldwide shortage on everything, not just PC parts and Xbox parts and all that. There's literally a shortage on fucking anything, but it's just mad that like it was a year ago, and I was only like watching this fella the other day, and he was saying, that like they came out a year ago, but like he was like, let's look back at like PS5 exclusives and stuff, and like what did you miss? And he was like, yeah, you missed none because like five of the exclusives were like either director's cuts or DLC expansion packs basically,
mm.
or like something like that, and you could get them all on PS4, so you didn't really miss on anything. And I was like, when you put it like that, yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't really miss on anything.
So it's the same
Um,
on Xbox. Like you wouldn't
yeah,
really have
same
missed
on Xbox.
anything if you didn't
Yeah,
get it, but like people make it seem like they're missing out on everything not having a
but
PS5
yeah,
or a
but you
Series
don't.
X. But you're not.
No, you really don't. Like, the only thing you're missing out on is like better graphics and faster
Mm.
running, like less loading times and all that. That's the only thing you're missing out, and probably as well as like playing with friends that have, um, that upgrade in certain games that don't have cross gen, um, platforms. But other than that, you're really not missing anything. Like, so
No.
it's really not the end of the world, and eventually, like eventually everyone's gonna have one, and
Mm.
it'll just be like, oh yeah, that's grand, and then like PS4 and Xbox Ones will just die off, and then we'll get the next one in like 6 years, and we'll be going through the same thing anyway. So, but
It's
yeah,
true.
there's not really missing out on much like.
No, but as you say, in about 6 years' time, we're going to go through getting a new console, which brings you
Yeah.
on to the next thing. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get a particular handheld console.
Which console? Oh yes, yes, yes. I
Steam
did get
Deck has
this
been
email.
delayed.
I
Oh,
did
you got
get
the
this
email?
email. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the Steam Deck was delayed by
Steam
two
Deck was
months.
delayed.
By 2 months.
Was
So it was meant to come out like end of this year, start of next year, and it was
no, it was
delayed.
coming out December.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was meant to come out in a couple of weeks, and now it's been delayed till February. I'm okay with it. Don't have the money for it, so I'm okay with it. But I'm also like, I haven't seen anyone complain about it, and
No.
I think it's because we go back to the same thing we always say, and we literally were talking about it 5 minutes ago. It's good to see them go, it's not ready. Rather than releasing it broken, let's just wait a little longer, fix it up, and then send it out. Especially with a console, because, well, yeah, a console. Because it's not like a game that you could just drop an update and it fixes the game. Like a console, if a part is shit, or a part is broken, or a part doesn't work, you can't just release an update and it'll fix it. If it's a hardware issue, it's very delicate, and if you send out hundreds and hundreds of faulty consoles, then you're in big trouble.
And that the reason for the delay is like components are reaching manufacturing facilities, and if you do ship things that are only like mostly built, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get faulty and or malfunctioning um, machines and consoles. And bear in mind, this is
Yeah.
a handheld console. Say if like transistors weren't in there, that shit explodes. You're in direct contact with something detonating.
Yeah,
So
especially if it's trying to do what it's trying to do, which is run big games at 60 frames per second. But like if it doesn't have like all those like really important like cooling agents and proper fans and ventilation and everything, that shit's gonna explode in someone's hand. Like,
mm,
so. But yeah, I'm okay with waiting. I still am waiting for a lot of like just news on it, because like I still don't know if like the docking station has to like, USB ports to plug in your keyboard and mouse, like are you able to even do that, or is it just always handheld? Like, can you have Windows on it, or is it just a Steam like thing? Like, can you use it as a PC as well? Like, there's just a lot of questions still up in the air, and not a lot of answers gotten. So, I guess once they're released, we'll get all those YouTube videos of people trying stuff. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's the Steam Deck.
And that's it for games, really.
Yeah. So, movies.
Movies. Now, you've heard of anime being turned into live action. You've heard of animated being turned into live action. Have you ever heard of live action being turned into animated?
No, I have not.
The Diary Wimpy Kid, for some reason, is getting an animated movie.
Yes, this is one I wanted to bring up myself. First of all, it looks terrifying.
Oh, horrible! They're like felt.
Yeah, it looks really, really disturbing because they're going for the same animation as the book, so they're going for the same arts, like designs as the ones from the book, but it just looks so off. Like
People, oh fuck,
go on.
can't think of it.
People in the
Studios, oh fuck.
Come on, man.
No, all my effort went into finding that one word that the rest of the words is left. Like, studios insisting on going for 3D animating.
Yeah. Animation.
God, that took it all out of me, apparently. Studios insisting on going for 3D animation. It's just terrifying me nowadays because they just don't look good.
Yeah.
2D, to me, will always look better. Yes, it takes more time. Yes, it has a bit more... Well, no, yes, it takes more time. That would cost more money and work hours. But I would much rather look at a 2D thing than look at whatever horror 3D things being pumped out of me from now on.
Yeah, so this is really, really weird. But see, I don't... See, we grew up with 2D animation. So we love 2D animation. So I'm wondering, do the kids nowadays... I'm gonna have to ask my brother, my little brother, because he reads these books and he's seen the film, so I'm gonna have to ask him. But would the kids these days that grew up with 3D animation, because we've seen like the 3D animated SpongeBob, which looks terrible for us.
God.
And like, but I'm wondering, for them, does this look absolutely unbelievable? And when they see 2D animation, they're just like, no, that's like too old. It just looks too weird, and we just prefer 3D. Is it? I don't think, obviously, like, this movie is definitely not for us. Of course,
obviously.
It's not directed at us. But is it like, do the kids? I sound 100 years old, but do kids prefer these nowadays to have this 3D animation style?
See, I think about that regularly, and like I always think of. We talked about comedy before and how in the past we were so much more exposed to well-structured and well-written jokes that like you would have to think about in order to laugh rather than just here's a joke, ha ha. So with this,
someone falling over and it's funny.
Yeah, I mean that was funny even back then because Tom and Jerry was completely slapstick and silent. So we're like, even like that, we laugh at a completely silent show because of things that we see. They laugh at something that's said and then done. Like it's two more steps. But when it comes to animation and stuff like that, I can't help but think, yes, we grew up with 2D the majority of the time, but then when 3D came in, especially with Disney movies and stuff like that, that blew our minds. That's the thing. When 3D came in initially, we were like, whoa, oh my god. And our parents are like, whoa, oh my god. Because they were they went from like watching old movies and then watch 2D kids movies with us, and then when like 3D animation really started coming in and being proper, they were like, whoa, that's crazy. So, but I don't think that's my issue necessarily, is that it is 3D animated. I'm not that type of anime person.
Yeah.
But it's just, its genuine look looks just so weird. It's
Yeah,
not even the
it
fact that
does.
like it's just like the weird kind of like fuzzy look to them. And, like I don't know. And it's the same with the SpongeBob thing. Like it's they refined and changed the 2D animation for ages. And then they did do a few things in like with the SpongeBob movie, he was 3D in that at one point.
He was, yeah. When
Or
they came,
kind of.
when they came to like, yeah, I think so.
Well, it was at least all it was augmented 2D to an extent, so it still looked decent. And there are a few instances where there's been other 3D SpongeBob's and they looked grand, but it was just this like weirdly sanded down, polished ones. Just
Yeah,
looked so fucking weird. It's like they're trying to bring them to genuine life. Now, really young kids will love that. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna deny that at all. Younger kids might be like, oh, we're used to older SpongeBob's, but it looks fine. For us, seeing that, it's just fucking weird because it
yeah,
just looks
it
so
is.
odd.
Yeah, I think that the thing about it is it, like you said, it just looks too clean.
Mm.
You know, it just looks that bit too well polished, well rounded out, and it just looks strange. You know, but again, this could work for the younger generation nowadays. And that doesn't mean that if we watch this film, it won't be good. It won't be funny. It'll just look a bit strange to
Mm.
us because we're not used to it. You know, like the Wimpy Kid books are fantastic. You know, they're all good. They're good fun. Obviously, not anymore because the comedy is beyond our age group. But it's funny, and the movies aren't terrible. Okay, the first two aren't terrible.
There was more too.
Yeah, but
Exactly
they changed.
is what you
Yeah, it was 1 and 2 were really good, and then they did like 3 and 4, or maybe
Four?
just 3, but they changed the whole cast completely.
Oh,
So
that's
it just went to shit then. But from the originals, it was good, and so this could be really really good, you know. And
Yeah, that's the thing. We're not saying anything about the writing style.
yeah,
We're like, yeah, because there's plenty of anime or any animated shows out there that are like really well written, but they just don't. The art style just doesn't hit us
Yeah.
as well as we like it. This is definitely one of those instances where it just looks fucking demented.
yeah, um, yeah, pretty much. But we move on from that. That was part of the Disney Plus day, and one of the Disney Plus announcements.
Was it?
It was, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Now there is, before we get into more Disney, because it was more shows than anything in the Disney show, so we get into that in TV. But there is another movie that was announced. I don't think it's a Disney movie, but I could be wrong. You can tell me if I'm wrong. We're getting Predator 5.
Yes, I did want to mention this.
It is
I'm
a
very
Disney
confused.
It is a Disney. It's going straight to streaming, so no cinemas.
Shocker.
Predator 5.
Oh, you're gonna read the synopsis. Oh fuck.
No, I'm not. I'm just. I don't even have the synopsis. I could find it if you want.
Do find the synopsis because there is a key aspect of this that we need to mention before we go any further into this. This is the complete reason why I'm like, why have you lost your minds?
Okay, so the synopsis is the story will follow Key and Akam Manch. I don't know what that word is. A woman who goes against gender norms and traditions to become a warrior. That's pretty much it. That's
So
the
it
whole
hasn't
synopsis.
said when it's set.
It doesn't say. Let me go into it further.
Also, I do take a little bit of umbrage at that because the amount of females in the past that were warriors is crazy amount. Look at the Vikings.
yeah.
Sometimes there were tribes of women in Neanderthal times that fucking spearheaded attacks. You could shut the fuck up. Gender norms become a fucking warrior. They were warriors. It's actually worse to say that women weren't warriors in the past.
So many years ago, in a time before any Europeans had ever encroached on their lands, the Comanche people had a well-defined society and gender norms.
Oh, it's Comanche then probably, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they said
no.
when it is. Oh,
Rod.
it's potentially prior to skulls. So
No, Rod.
yes.
The Comanche are Native Americans. It's before the Europeans discovered America.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that Comanche was. So okay. So it's well before any of them.
It's well before technology. It's before vaccines were properly going around. So because of that, because
Okay.
that was the bit that made me lose my fucking mind, because the most recent one, you had the most modern of weapons,
And they struggled.
and they fucking struggled. Back
Yeah.
with what's it called, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that is an incredible 80s sci-fi movie,
Yeah.
and they had like. I think it was 80s, but they had weapons of that era. They had M60s, a few like a minigun here and there. They had the man had to blow him up or hit him with a fucking big tree with some
Yeah.
crazy fucking things. So the fact that they're going to Native American times,
Yeah.
and if they don't get completely and utterly wiped out
Yeah,
with this
like-
one female-led
Kill them
warrior
with a bow and arrow, like.
with a bow and arrow is gonna take this fucker out, I'm be like, what?
Yeah, like. Unless the only way I could see this, like, working, and it's obviously plot armor, but is if they go, oh, the predators have also not evolved yet. You know, they're also in like native times, so like they don't have like as much of like these guys defeated them, so they went back to their planet and like improved, and that's why they came back in the future. Like that's probably what they're gonna do. But I also read that is Arnold Schwarzenegger gonna be in this film, and it's like it's still a possibility. And I'm like, this goes back to the thing with Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
And is he gonna be in the movie? Of course fucking not. This is 300 years in the past. How is someone gonna still be in it? Like,
When was America discovered? 1492, Rod. It was discovered in 1492,
Yeah.
which means this entire movie is set before 1492.
yeah. So like, there you go. Like it's stupid. No, it's probably a bit after 1942. I say. No wait, 1942. Sorry, I heard 1492.
Yeah, it is 1492.
Oh, it is 1492, but it says 300 years.
That. What?
The tweet from the Predator's Twitter was, "Prey is set the world of the nation 300 years ago." So only 300 years ago from now.
Did they get the date wrong?
Unless it's like. Yeah,
No,
that doesn't make sense.
No, the synopsis says before the Europeans touched on the New World,
Yeah.
which is 1492.
Yeah, and that's
And then
not
they say
300.
It's not 300
That's
years.
about
It's over
that's 600.
600.
Yeah. yeah.
What the fuck?
There you go. That just sums up this film. Now I think it's called Prey. It might not actually be called Predator 5. I think it might be called Prey, but that's beyond what matters here. But it just doesn't make sense because the first 4 Predator films, they're all in the present time, and they all have all this technology, and they have all this technology, guns, explosions, this, that, the other. Yes.
I just looked it up just to be really sure, because they say, oh, they're subverting gender norms as warriors in the Comanche tribe and stuff like that, or
Okay.
at least I haven't exactly looked up the Comanche in particular, but it's a regular thing for the females to take part in battles and wars to protect their kids and shit like that. So I don't really know what the fuck is going on. Yep, there's even images for females in the Comanche tribes, so
When did the Comanche tribe begin? Because I want to see, are they at least accurate with that?
yeah, maybe that's where they are with the God, like, origins. So one's the 1500s. Yep, never mind.
Yeah, so they're a bit off.
Yeah, that's still 500 years ago.
I mean, they're still around to this day. Fucking hell.
They are.
Well,
in fairness, there's plenty of Native American tribes around.
That's pretty cool. I always found that really interesting. But
I always found them, even as an ecologist, seeing how much of a like one with the world they are is incredible.
Yeah, it really is. But is it's too late for Arnold to return to the Predator movie? Yes, he's not going to be
actually. It's not too late. It's 500 years too early.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Also, again, your breakdown, your synopsis was before the Europeans touched the fucking world. The Comanches were around after they touched the fucking world.
Yeah. So I guess they can get away with that, I guess, because, like, if they go... Because the Comanches were before... They were, like... I don't know, like... What would you call it? Yeah, they were formed before... the 300 years, so I guess they get away with like that because they could be like 200-300 years after they were discovered or whatever, or formed the tribe, so I guess they could get away with it. But the whole thing with like before Europeans came, that's wrong.
It's complete bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, but look,
the history
it's gonna be now. This could work. This could be a good film. I'm not going to write it off straight off the bat, but it's coming in with low expectations and a high margin of failure. You know.
Oh, they can't even get their history right so far.
So like, just with that alone is enough to make it go shit. Because, like, as well in the other Predator films, they use certain of their technology against them. Like some of their weapons maybe and stuff. But like, how are Native Americans that are using bows and arrows, knives, traps, fucking sticks to light fires, like, how are they going to pick up this gun? They've never seen it, what a gun is. They pick up this thing and go and kill a 7-8 foot tall fucking thing.
You know that's how it's going to be. Okay.
But
you know
how
it's going to be.
Yeah, they're going to be like,
exactly what's going to happen.
This woman that is like going against all these norms is going to be like...
Apparently doesn't exist, first off.
It's going to be like super advanced and she's going to be like super intelligent and like, and she's going to figure it out. Like, no one from Native America would pick up, even forget about an alien gun. If we gave them a normal gun, they wouldn't know what to do with it. You know, back then, before they seen a gun. So like, it doesn't make sense for them to fight this alien. I'm
trying to figure out what the first fucking... Let me just look up first gun.
Okay, when was the first gun?
It was it's the Chinese thing where it was a firework. That was in the 10th century, but it's striking something that makes it go off. Oh, the first self-load. Okay, 1884. The musket was in the 16th century, so even that shit isn't even going to be around.
Okay, so maybe they have guns. Maybe they have muskets. Maybe.
Oh, you mean one of the least accurate fucking heavy hitting weapons of all time?
Maybe they have guns. So let's give them the benefit of the and they have guns. But now,
cool.
Those guns were you shoot once, you got a fucking pipe, fucking gunpowder in, drop a pellet, and shoot. It took you about 3 minutes to reload this gun. They're gonna pick up this alien gun, which doesn't need to be done. That doesn't need to happen. That's like an automatic shit. So they're gonna shoot it once, and what are they gonna do? Like put it on the ground and start shoving a stick in the tip of it? Like, it doesn't make sense. If they pick up a gun and they just start like popping multiple rounds off, it's just like that doesn't make sense, because their interpretation of a gun would be you put one pellet in, it shoots, and you gotta reload it. They wouldn't understand that you could shoot multiple times. This movie's not gonna work. They're gonna have to they're gonna have to use so much plot armor.
I'm going to make another TikTok thing, which is you go, this movie could work, I'm not going to write it off, and literally 2 minutes in, like, this is going to work.
Yeah, no, I thought about it, and the more I thought about it just doesn't make sense, because they released an image of the Predator standing behind the woman, and she's holding a stick and a bow and arrow. They're going to have to use so much plot armor in this film that it's just going to be insane, and they know it's going to fail. You know a movie's going to fail when they go it's straight streaming. Like, let's not even bother with the cinema. Like, just straight out to Hulu and just get over and over it. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
That's almost a modern equivalent of straight to DVD.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But there you go. Fucking hell. A new movie was released on Netflix. We talked about it a little bit before. Red Notice.
Oh yeah.
Came out. Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. Apparently, it is pretty good. Apparently, it's really funny.
But
no, there's no but. But it's just, I guess it's funny, but it's like a one-time watch kind of a thing. It wouldn't be like a funny film that you can watch over and over again and it'll just still be funny. Like, I mean, anything with Ryan Reynolds is funny, and then you throw in The Rock in there as well, and then it's just funny, and then the action side is covered really well by Gal Gadot. So like, I don't know. I haven't seen it, and I'm not really like interested in seeing it. Like, oh, I need to see it right now. But apparently it's really, really good. And apparently Ryan Reynolds is just, like in everything he's in, he's the star of the show. There was one funny line in it. Someone was telling me they're in like a Russian prison, and there's this Russian, and he has like tattoos all over his face, and he says something, and Ryan Reynolds, like he's agreeing with what Ryan Reynolds is saying, or Ryan Reynolds' character is saying. And Ryan Reynolds goes, "See, Post Malone understands," and I just think that's a really funny joke. But yeah, that came out. So
I'm seeing a headline here saying why Red Notice's reviews are so bad.
See,
but
it's a Netflix movie. It's a Netflix movie. They always do. Like, it probably just goes that one step too far with like. Exaggeration and stuff, so that's usually when like critics kill it, when it's like a little bit too exaggerated.
Before we go on to a few things I do want to mention, two things. First off, the first one is the new Home Alone movies getting reviews, and it's disappointing, apparently.
Oh wow! I wonder who
would have thunk.
I wonder who thought that was gonna happen. No shocker there. I think.
Just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to mention, which I'm surprised we've gotten this far into, is without saying anything about it, is Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa's buddy cop movie.
Okay.
It is so sought after by
Really?
studios. There's a bidding war.
Wow. Does it say how much?
I don't think so. I don't think it's been bought just yet. Hang on, if I look at the Jason Momoa, I'll look it up. But I just know that there's a few companies who were like, no, we want it. No, we're like, no, we want it. It's like Mamoa, Bautista movie. 'Cause I just know so many companies. Yeah, Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista create bidding war for buddy action comedy pitch.
Okay.
MGM wins with. Does it say how much they spent on? No. No, it doesn't say here. Jesus Christ, the amount of fucking pop-ups on this site. Yeah, so MGM have gotten them, which is surprising because MGM are now with Disney, or not Disney, Amazon.
Okay.
So that's what they got the money
Making
for.
moves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But yeah, they created a bidding war because that's how sought after it is.
Fair play.
Fuck yeah.
Watch this movie just not be it. Like
I don't care. It's gonna be funny to see like
Yeah.
the two of them just have a bit of a passion project.
yeah, it'll probably be something like Bad Boys, kind of.
Yeah,
Little
but
bit.
with the two burliest men.
yeah, yeah. Oh god.
Now, the last thing, which is this will lead us into the Disney Plus Day properly.
Okay.
I wanted to mention is some of the horrible sounding remakes that are going to be coming out with Disney.
Okay. Well,
Soon
what
enough.
remix?
So far, hang on, let me see because I there was a good post not too long ago, and it showed it showed 4 of them, and it was not great. I remember one was The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
That's the first one. That's going to be made into live action.
Yeah. We've known about that one for a while.
We've known about that one for a while, so that one's fine.
Okay, so that one's okay.
Please, brain, remember the other 2 before you get on to the last one, which is going to give me nightmares. I can't fucking remember it now. That's really annoying. Well, we'll jump to the main one because
The main event.
I'm genuinely terrified about it. Is the Pinocchio live action?
Yeah. Oh, they terrify me.
Yeah.
Like we've seen live action Pinocchio before, I think. Yeah, I think we have. It's. I don't know. Like it doesn't work. I don't think it works. Live action Pinocchio, I don't think it works. Just for the simple fact that like you can't even animate the nose and make it look real. Yeah.
It's going to look terrifying.
Like,
That's all I care about.
it's going to look terrifying. I don't know. Like,
Rod,
have you
the
seen?
old
Yeah,
2D version of it.
have you seen the live action Pinocchio that came out 2019?
Mm-hmm.
And that was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
That was nightmare
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Ah, so like that was bad. You know, Pinocchio 2019 was bad. So why go for it again? Like,
Yeah,
you know, why
go
double
so
down
fast?
so quickly? Like, why double down on it? Like, unless it's a direct sequel to it, which I don't think
No.
it is. No. Okay. Just my question for it is why? I think that's the main.
Because they got Tom Hanks.
Right. They got Tom Hanks, I guess. Did they get Tom Hanks?
Well, yep, he's Geppetto.
That's gonna be the only good thing about that film.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
The rest is going to absolutely scar me beyond all belief. Because
I
the
mean,
old fucking 2D one did.
Joseph
That's
Gordon-Levitt's in
terrifying.
it as well. He's gonna be Jiminy Cricket. I like him.
That's pretty cool. I do like him. That'd be pretty cool. But think about what the fuck that's gonna look like. I didn't even think about Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is that gonna look like?
I don't know.
Is it going to be just a small Joseph Gordon-Levitt, or are they going to make like some weird anthropomorphic cricket-like being that's just going to exist with the voice of Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Because that's going to be nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare anyway.
God, imagine the fucking scene where the guy gets turned into a donkey. What the fuck is that going to look like?
I guess what they're probably gonna do is, if they're gonna try to stick with, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, yeah, are they gonna have just a normal looking cricket that speaks, or are they gonna, like you said, have a miniature?
Crickets are fucking scary.
Yeah. Either way, it's terrifying. Why? Just stop with these live actions. I know we say it every fucking 2 weeks, but just stop.
But this is for a different reason. This isn't just like, because we've come to the conclusion that they're not for us. So when we see them, we're like, okay, like we don't mind about the Little Mermaid one. It's going to look weird, but we don't mind it. What we mind about this is that it's going to scar a new generation of kids.
I mean, the other one probably scared who knows how many kids.
Oh,
but
it scared us. Oh, I mean 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the original scared us.
They've made so many Pinocchios, though, I feel like. Like, we've obviously have the original Pinocchio, like the original animated Pinocchio.
Bloodborne game coming out about it.
Now we're getting a game. But we've also gotten, like, Pinocchio 3000. Do you remember that film?
No, what the fuck is Pinocchio 3000? What the fuck is this?
It's Pinocchio, but
oh, what is that?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Pinocchio 3000?
Bro, there's a fucking reason that I've never seen it. How did it make a profit?
Yeah.
Harry Mandel is in it.
Yeah. Pinocchio 3000. So it was basically Pinocchio, but in the year 3000.
Oh, I got that.
So he was a robot.
Oh, I got that too.
I know, I'm just saying it for the people. But this movie doesn't make sense.
God, when kids look like that in the future, they have nothing to be bullying people about.
You know, there's a penguin with a fucking that speaks.
Are you seeing my screen? Because every time I hit the thing that you're talking about, you start talking about it. It's fucking weird.
So like, it didn't make sense because of that. Well, it didn't make sense for many reasons, but that was one of the main reasons too.
Oh
but
my god, I never want to see this movie.
I remember watching it as a kid and thinking it wasn't that bad, but I'm sure if I watch it now, I'll just be like, what is this?
If we didn't have to buy rights, actually, I was about to say, if we didn't have to buy rights to movies, we'd definitely do a Let's Watch It or some shit, but I doubt the company would give two shits if we just took it and got it. They were like, oh my god, someone finally bought this movie.
Oh my god, we got money.
Oh my god.
They'd just be laughing at us.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fucking point.
In fairness, they made 3 million profit somehow.
Somehow is right.
The joke's on us, I guess. Whoever paid for it. It's just weird. Where to watch?
What's weird is some of the screenshots I think are like done up. And like some of them that are done up makes it look like a really good video game character, but the fact that I know it's a Pinocchio thing, and then you see the kids or Whoopi Goldberg's character, and all I can think of is, holy shit, this is a psychological horror.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, let's get off this.
Let's get off this.
God, 3D animation has never been like okay to look at properly, has it?
No, well, let's move on to TV, I guess. Get our minds off it. So I'm guessing. Okay, do you have anything on TV that isn't Disney Plus?
Yes, actually.
Okay, so we'll get onto that before we go Disney Plus.
There is. I only discovered today. There's a Now TV series coming out about the going around the world or around the world in 80 days, but it has David Tennant in it, and I love David Tennant, so I'm instantly like, yes, give me. But also, the soundtrack's been done by Hans Zimmer, so I'm like, fucking too right. I want that ASAP. No idea when it's
those,
coming out.
Those cinematic views of a fucking hot air balloon with Hans Zimmer, you're gonna be fucking bopping your head.
Lose my mind.
But okay, so it's a series
On BBC, actually.
I don't know if that's gonna work though, because he was just up there for 80 days. Like, he was just on the hot air balloon.
Have you seen or read the story around the world in 80 days? Rod?
Not at all.
Maybe you should.
Does he come up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's really action packed, Rod.
I just think he did he just went up and was like, see you in 80 days, and they were like, oh, you've 80 days to arrive, otherwise we kill your mom or something. There was money on the line though, I think, wasn't there? Or something. It was a bet.
It was a bet.
It was a bet. Yeah. I'm obviously exaggerating the killing your mother thing, but it would have made the bet a bit better, I think. If that was the bet, he might have made it in 79 days.
I was so confused when he said the phrase. He's just up there for 8 days. He's like, yeah, that's the... Wait, what do you mean by up there? Just the thing, right? I was like, no, Ron.
I've never actually looked into the story. I honestly thought he just got up there, he had enough food for 80 days, and he just went around.
No.
Fair enough. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Makes sense why it took him so long.
Not because it was fucking... When did that, not Victorian era, but the hot air balloons were still a main form of travel. Early days... 1873, Rod.
Yeah.
Do you think a man could get around the world? Obviously he did. In a shorter span of time. Fuck it.
There you go. 1872. That's after the first Predator.
That is after the Europeans landed in America and discovered the Comanche tribes.
But yeah.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm looking forward to that.
What's that coming out? That's BBC, you said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8 days. 20. No, it's 2021 movie. Oh, is it a movie? No, I think it's a David. Yeah, TV series. That is. Oh wait, you are able to stream around the world 80 days. That's still the fucking movie.
We'll just think of it as a TV show till we hear something else.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a TV show.
Okay. You sure?
Yes.
Okay. So, as we all know, the Disney, what's it called, Disney Plus Day, was the other day.
Yeah.
What a disaster!
Oh,
Can I
define the thing? I know.
That was the main fucking takeaway from this. It was just a mess. It was a disaster. There it is. There was a whole load of nothing, basically.
So this is the headline that I found that I adored. Disney Plus Day was an unadulterated disaster.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The first Disney Plus Day we got, it was awesome. We got a whole load of stuff. Last year's Disney Plus Day, we got a whole load of stuff. That was the day they announced all the Marvel stuff. They announced all the Star Wars stuff. It was big. It was all exciting. And leading up to this, we were expecting a lot of things. We were expecting a fucking Ahsoka trailer. We were expecting a Kenobi trailer. We were expecting probably a Doctor Strange trailer, maybe the second Spider-Man trailer. We were expecting many things, and we got nothing.
Hey Rod, let's talk about all the Star Wars announcements that came out. Okay, on to Marvel.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's literally it.
Everyone everyone that watched that show was like, "We're getting some Kenobi. We're getting a Kenobi trailer. We're getting a Kenobi
Like
trailer."
Star Wars
And-
were using the promotional videos for Disney Plus Day. That's the thing. That's something people are confused about.
And everyone was so hyped, and they were like, "It's the last thing. It's the last. They're gonna close out the show with Kenobi. They're gonna close it out. It's like the DC fandom thing. They were like, it's gonna close out with Batman, and it did. And it was like, it's gonna close out with Kenobi. It's gonna close out, and it closed out, and there was just no Kenobi. Like all we got was like a confirmation that there's gonna be a Darth Vader fight. No shit. No shit. Like I could have told you that. You know, you didn't have to have a full fucking thing about it. It's stupid.
Actually, what's the quote from A New Hope?
A quote from A New Hope?
Yes, Darth Vader says, "A force I haven't felt in a long while." Now, does he give a I haven't felt in a long while. Does he give a time frame? Because I thought he said something. Present I have not felt since. Never mind. Okay, because I was thinking, how long ago really is this? Because it's 30 years between the fall of the Republic and A New Hope.
See, I don't know because it doesn't make sense because Luke is like 20. But then you look at Obi-Wan and he was like 30 and then he's like 70. So like
yeah.
So that doesn't make sense, but in theory it's about 20-30 years, but there's a bit of a question mark there, but like we just got nothing from Kenobi, like absolutely nothing.
I thought from Star Wars.
Nothing Star Wars, yeah. We got zero Star Wars stuff, which is fucking annoying.
Well, yeah, it's also funny because that's what we were talking about last week. Was how there's so many things about Disney or about Marvel coming out, and then we get nothing from Star Wars, and then Disney Plus Day comes out, and then they shaft us.
Yeah, they really did. Like it was so shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like all they said was like, "Oh, Shang-Chi's coming to Disney Plus." Yeah, we fucking knew that. Jungle Cruise is also on Disney. Okay, who cares?
That wasn't already.
No, it was. Well, it was there as a the pay to watch thing.
No, fuck that.
But it's out now, and like we got like the new Olaf show came out as well, and like.
Now, obviously, we're mentioning these shows first before we get the Marvel ones because there was a lot of Marvel shit that came out, but by God, we don't care about it.
Yeah, like there was also we got like I don't know why, but they gave us like a special look into like behind the scenes of Boba Fett show.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, we got the trailer. Give us something new. Like, it's fucking stupid. And then they announced like a Baymax show, sorry, a Big Hero 6 show basically.
Yeah.
I love Big Hero 6, but I don't care.
It's been so long.
Like, yeah. I don't care. We got a car show.
Oh, who cares? Okay, cool. Owen Winslow's there and Larry the Cable Guy, but fuck, who cares?
Yeah. We're getting a Princess and the Frog show.
Who really cares about that? The
No
most
one.
movie to come out from them.
It is the most overhyped movie.
I don't think it's overhyped. I just know everyone's like, yeah, it's alright. Love the music in it.
It follows the new crowned princess on an adventure.
Oh god.
I don't care. Like we're getting Zootopia Plus, so it's like a bunch of short series.
Also
basically like
Beastars.
Yeah.
It's not weird. Gosh,
we're getting a Beatles documentary.
At least that's cool.
At least that's cool, but that's not like announced it on Disney Plus Day thing.
True.
Like,
I was already announced.
Like, we got a first look at Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh yeah.
We're getting a new Ice Age movie.
Are we?
Yeah, it's going straight to Disney Plus. No cinema.
Straight to DVD. There we are.
It's called The Ice Age Adventure of Buck Wild.
I mean, it's a good payday for Simon Pegg, but what the fuck?
We're getting it cheaper by the dozen.
Oh yeah.
Reboot. Yeah, reboot. Disenchantment. What
Okay.
they do. That's good. But they didn't show anything. They just said, yeah,
Oh,
the next season comes out.
No,
That
wait, no,
is-
Disenchanted is the Are you sure Disenchanted or does it say Disenchantment?
It says Disenchantment.
You sure?
Disenchanted will debut on Disney+.
Disenchanted, not meant.
Yes.
Yeah, Disenchanted is the sequel of Enchanted.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that to me. I love Disenchantment.
Sorry. And we're getting a live action series of Spiderwick Chronicles, which is cool.
There was a movie of that a while back that was pretty good. So
That was a long time ago.
it was a long time ago, and it still looked good back then. So yeah, I'll be up
It
for
did.
that.
Yeah.
There's
I'll be
dark
good
shit
with
in that movie, actually. Now that I remember.
Yes, quite. Yes. Sure. What's that fucking thing? They want their dad to come home, and the monster
That's
pretends
exactly
to be the dad
exactly
before
what was in my head. Yeah.
he comes out. But yeah, that was terrifying.
God, we were really
But-
scarred by a lot of movies, weren't we?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Look at us. We're fine. Right, Marvel.
Oh God.
We have to. We leave the good one till the end.
Or do you want to start with the good one, and then just rattle off all the others till the fucking end of it?
Okay, we'll start with the good one then.
Cool. Moonknight.
Moonknight.
Finally.
Moonknight. Trailer.
Awesome.
Cannot wait.
Nah, the look, the accent,
It looked
just
awesome.
everything.
It looked dark. It looked gritty. It looked all the good stuff. Cannot wait.
You
for-
know it's going to
for-
be good.
Oh, you know it's going to be good.
No. You know it's going to be good when the headlines still get shit wrong. Or still question things that are so blatantly the reason for the character. Like I saw a headline that was literally, is he a hero or is he a villain? It's like, holy shit, that's the whole point of that character, is that he's so mentally fucked up and has a multi-personality disorder that you're not supposed to know. And yet
Yeah,
you're questioning this. Seriously?
I mean, what do you expect? But it looks awesome. It just looks absolutely fantastic. And that is one of the very few Marvel stuff that I'm really, really excited for. Yeah, 2021. When do we get that?
Oh, it's not soon enough, whatever it is. Could be tomorrow and I want it today.
Moonknight release date. Yeah, there's no release date.
No.
Just
Also, it's
next year.
6-episode limited series. That's annoying.
Only 6.
And no, on the 6.
It's not enough. It's about 10 too short. But anyway, so that's the good one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Now the shit.
And now all the other ones that you're just going to read the
Oh,
list
yeah.
of and we're just going to grunt to.
The first one we're getting Spider-Man freshman year animated series.
What the
Which
fuck? I didn't even
will-
know about that one.
It will follow Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU.
Again?
With this is all a quote, by the way. With a journey unlike we've ever seen and a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. It is yet unknown if Tom Holland would lead the voice. If it's part of the MCU, it has to be Tom Holland. I feel like that is like a basic fucking thing. No.
I don't know, but it is obviously isn't following on that MCU thing just yet.
It says it follows his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU. So I'm guessing it's going to be the period when he became Spider-Man up until the point where Iron Man came and recruited him. Because he was Spider-Man before Iron Man got to him.
Yeah.
He just had the really shitty suit.
Yeah.
And so they just skipped that whole becoming Spider-Man thing because we've got that origin story 100 times. So we're gonna get the origin story now.
I was literally about to say we've got the origin story so many times through anime shows and the movies and all of that, and then like the first time I was like, okay, there's no death, cool. All of a sudden there's going to be never mind, we forgot about this.
Getting that, I feel like this is going to be a thing where it's going to be like one or two seasons of him becoming Spider-Man, and then one of the seasons going to end him meeting Spider-Man, meeting Iron Man, and then the next season after that they're going to have like some collab with like the Miles Morales movie or something like that. Don't care. We're getting an Agatha House of Darkness show. Why? One, we pretty much got our whole story already. We're just gonna get her story, like just following her around back in the day.
I just don't care about it.
Pointless, because first she's trapped now, and two, we just fucking have someone that is like 1,000 times more powerful than her, and could easily, if she escapes, just beat the shit out of her and it'll be done and dusted. Pointless.
Yeah.
We're getting a Marvel Zombies animated show. It's ruined. I literally was about to say they ruined it already anyway with the fucking What If. We're getting Secret Invasion show. Okay, all we got was a look.
That's ruined.
All we got was a look at Nick Fury without his eye patch.
What if season 2?
We're getting a what the fuck is this? X-Men 97.
Like, okay, that should be a movie.
It's exactly what it is. X-Men 1997.
Oh, like that has now already.
Do you know
the entire movie?
The meme with what's his name? Wolverine holding the picture, and he's sad. That we're getting that.
God, what is that?
There you go, and we're getting that.
Yes.
In 2023. So it's not even close. And the last thing that we got a deep look at was
People can't see, but I just gave the most pain blink of my life.
Bruce Banner's in it, and what's his name? Mark Ruffalo's in it.
Oh my fucking god!
And I feel they had like it looks really like comedy type of show, and they're trying to go really like comic on this, like comic style. There was a She-Hulk show back in the day, and there was a scene in it with Bruce Banner, and they remade that scene. And so I feel like they're gonna try something like that, and they showed her. They didn't show us her as Hulk just yet, so we kind of just saw her bottom half when she's green and wearing this the purple suit. She is just a normal person that goes green. She's not like the Hulk that Bruce Banner is tiny and then he becomes this massive thing. She's just a person that goes green. Now I know that's comic book accurate, but I would have preferred, even if they just bulk her up a little bit, you know, made her like the Hulk, a little bigger, you know, a little stronger. They move.
Yes.
See, I think they're. Yeah, and Hulk is one of the coolest characters and has some of the coolest stories, but I feel like they're just really
with all
scared.
this, I'm still wondering if they're going to do Planet Hulk.
To touch anything Hulk.
There's some really cool aspects of that entire storyline. I can't remember the Red Hulk's called. And some dark aspects.
But I feel like this show's going to be like obviously the origin story of her becoming She-Hulk.
To do anything new?
I feel like there's going to be a whole load of like she's going to be stronger than the Hulk. Like they're going to fight for some reason when she's like she loses her temper like she goes on a temper tantrum, and she's going to like fight them, and she's going to out muscle the Hulk or something. I don't know. They've nerfed the Hulk. They've made the Hulk a little pussy in the last since the first Avengers. He hasn't been it. Like that the first, say whatever you want about the Incredible Hulk, a bad movie, but that Hulk solos Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
That Hulk in that film that fucking goes through everyone without blinking an eye will destroy Thanos. But they made him a little bitch, and now they've gone into like the whole like smart Hulk thing, which is what is it called, Dr. Hulk or whatever his name is. It's shit. In the show, it's not, which like, doesn't make sense. Like we see it, unless they're gonna do some BS where this is before Infinity War, like between Infinity War and Endgame. Unless they do some bullshit like that,
his arm is fucked as well,
those
isn't it?
years, and I can't imagine either, but it could, and I
Okay.
because the Hulk is meant to be this brute force maniac, but now he's just a smart big guy, you know. Like in that fight at the end in Endgame, he was nowhere to be seen. Like he didn't fight like. And in Infinity War, he wasn't even in it. It was just Bruce Banner in a fucking Iron Man suit. Yeah, so stupid.
Yeah.
They've ruined the Hulk, but that's pretty much all that's highlights from.
Yeah,
this
because again,
Disney Plus day that went to shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hulk
And I'm
monster.
pretty sure they started with Moonknight, so they started hot. They came in fucking swinging. They were like, "Oh, here we go," and then it just went downhill from there. Like, I feel like
Oh no,
not
it was
having
the one
a
highlight
trailer
of
for
Moon Knight,
Kenobi
and then the
killed
rest
it.
is shit.
If they had a trailer for Kenobi, like the same shit they have now, but just a trailer for Kenobi, this day would have been fantastic. The event would have been a major
And then
success.
crashed and burned.
But the fact that they didn't have a single, not even pictures of fucking Kenobi, it was ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Bollocks. Yeah. 100%. But at least the
Yeah, the
people
fact
know
that
they
they
dropped the ball.
use Star
You know,
Wars
at least it's
as
not a thing that they're like, oh, but
like
we
legit
got all this Marvel stuff, it's a good
advertising
show. No, at
footage
least people
for
are like,
this,
yeah,
and
this
then
is
showed
Marvel
a behind the
Bollocks.
scenes thing of Book of Boba, which
Yeah.
is something we know we're getting soon
It's not like
enough.
it's gonna do anything.
It was just complete bullshit. Like,
Just give us the fucking look at Kenobi. Like, I feel like that's anyone wants. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Well, that's all I have anyway.
no.
Yeah, so thanks for listening. Make sure to go over to our YouTube where we post Let's Plays. We've started a new Let's
Just
Play.
something.
Detroit Become
Star
Human.
Wars related.
So those episodes drop every Saturday, and
That's what I got to do. So
And,
on that outro, I guess.
we'll go to our Instagram where we post movie and TV show reviews, as well as following us on TikTok where we post podcast clips as well as Let's Play clips. And that's all. Bye bye now.
Don't take us too seriously, please. Bye bye.